To complete this page in the middle of your Riverwalk packet, you would need a die. They are in the bottom left drawer in the supply drawers underneath Miss Snake. So go all the way to the bottom left and you can get a 6-sided die that you can borrow. Please put it back when you're done. And you decide which type of rock you would want to start with. I decided to start out as igneous rock because if I looked at the diagram, it's the top. Sure, doesn't really matter because they can all change into each other. But then as igneous rock, I would roll the die. And let's say I roll the die and I rolled a 3. So if I take a look, a 3 is high heat melting. So if igneous rock experiences high heat and it melts, it becomes liquid rock or magma. So then I would fill out my chart that the rock melted from high heat and it became magma. And then my next line, I'm going to start with magma. And I would go over to the magma slide. And let's say I rolled the die. Now, I am magma currently. And I roll and I get heat and pressure. Well, let's think. If magma, that's liquid rock, experiences more heat and pressure, it's still going to stay as magma. So I could write that line down that I'm still magma and then I could roll again. Let's say I roll again and then I get wind and erosion. Magma is liquid rock buried way underground. So how would wind and erosion affect magma? Well, wind could be blowing away the surface above ground through, 200,000 years of erosion, which would make a volcanic eruption more likely. So you could say that wind would affect the rock by making the magma more likely to erupt. Or you could say wind erosion happened at surface, magma unaffected. So then maybe I'd go with wind and erosion was 4. Effect on rock, wind and erosion. At surface. Doesn't quite fit. It will fit when you are handwriting. Wind and new rock type, magma. I'm just going to say wind and erosion did not affect it. Oops. So I am still magma. I'm going to roll again, and I roll a 1. A 1 says the magma experienced ice and cooling. Go over to this chart. If the magma cools, it becomes igneous rock. So magma, and then cooled and became igneous. So I go back to my chart. I find the igneous slide. I roll the die. And I rolled a 2. Buried underground with heat and pressure. So let's see, heat and pressure would be metamorphic. So I noticed if I follow the chart down, it becomes metamorphic rock. And that was heat and pressure was 2. I rolled a 2. I think you get the idea. You're filling this chart out and trying to follow the cycle of your rock. Hopefully you'll learn that it is not a circular cycle. It could have rock evolves in and changes in many different ways. Then on the next page, you're just sketching out a rough draft of your comic. And then I will go ahead and put a sample comic, I think. Actually, I think your guest teacher probably has the sample comics for you to make a comic from the perspective of your rock. Okay, good luck.